Welcome to this week's WAC Fast Break Extra postseason edition. We have one school still going, and it's Abilene Christian women's basketball. And I'm joined by head coach Julie Goodenough, and it's been a fun postseason run for you guys. But first, we have to start with it was your birthday yesterday. I know it's cool to get a big win and
Yes,
go to the Super 16. How was that celebration?
it was great. My team and my staff, they did a great job celebrating me. I had a nice birthday hat to wear. We got some cupcakes. We practiced, Kendra, like I've literally never had a basketball practice on my birthday before. It was pretty surreal, actually, to still be playing this late in March. I sat by Meredith Mays on the plane flying to Illinois, and she had the flight attendant have the whole plane sing happy birthday to me. So I felt very celebrated. It was awesome.
I mean, you can't complain if it means that you're winning in the postseason and you got to
That's right.
practice on your birthday.
That's
You
right.
also
I mean, I usually don't even see my team. We're usually like taking a break before off season, so they probably don't even know when my birthday is because they're never around. So it was fun.
I'm glad it was a special celebration. And you also celebrated 250 career wins at Abilene Christian. So to top off the birthday celebrations, postseason win, what does that mean when you look back at your time and you see all the players and coaching staff that helped make this possible?
My first thought is, I'm averaging close to 20 wins a season in my 13 years at ACU. The first thought is just what an incredibly supportive administration we have at ACU. We've got a president that loves women's basketball. He knows all of our players, he knows their parents. We have meals at his house. He and his wife, Brooke, are super supportive of what we're doing. And as a coach, you can't work in a better environment than to have your president support your program the way he does. And I think, across the country, Division I schools, if you look at their women's basketball programs, and probably if their coaches were honest, not all of them have that kind of support from the president. And so we really appreciate that. We have an incredible athletic staff that pours into our program as well. And just a lot of credit to my current assistant coaches and the assistants that I've had the privilege to work with at ACU. Gosh, we've had some great ones, and so many of them have left to become Power Four assistants or head coaches themselves. And I think that speaks volumes about what awesome assistant coaches they were for me. And I mean, you can't be successful without assistant coaches that are just tireless workers and very loyal to the program. And last but certainly not least, gosh, just all the players. I have a group text with our alumni, those players that graduated from ACU that finished their eligibility with me. And, we text a lot, and they're just super excited about us being in the WNIT, and give them a lot of credit for just all the investment they made and the foundation they built at ACU. And so, I get the graphic with my photo on it, but there's so much and so many people involved in it. And, even my husband, my daughters, Bailey and Macy, they were a part of all of this. And just, I couldn't do this without their support of me having a job that takes me away from home, more than not. I mean, I spend more time with other people's children than my own children. And so I just appreciate the unwavering support that I've received from them all these years.
I need to know how many people are in this group chat. Does it just you just keep adding year after year?
I do, yeah. Every year, like, we'll put Bella Earl and Zoe Jackson in there in a couple of months, and so yeah, every year. And it was fun. Our first WNIT game, we played against Maddie Miller's baby sister, Peyton Miller, at Northwestern State. So that was a really fun conversation in our group chat for sure.
Was Maddie Miller in attendance by chance? She's off doing big things.
She is often big things as a grad assistant down at Rice. Uh, she's working with an incredible staff, and I texted her immediately, and she was like, "I'm going to do everything I can to be there." But it's not easy to get to Abilene from Houston. I don't think that she made it, but I'm sure that she was tuned in every second of that game.
Well, when you look at the WNIT run, first you get to play at home against Northwestern State. You beat them And what did that mean for your program to get a postseason win, but at home when you thought, hey, we were done for the year?
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible, Kendra. And I told my staff and our fans, like, I don't know that we'll truly understand the gravity of that, the historical game, hosting a postseason game at Moody. Like, it had never been done before, and hopefully it has established a precedent. And the WNIT is like, we know we can count on ACU to do a great job in the future. If we need to host another one, and so it was really special. We had a phenomenal crowd. Um, all the student athletes are so busy, and we all invite each other to each other's games, but we're so busy. Track had a track meet that week. Baseball and softball both in the middle of conference play. Tennis, golf, everybody's super busy. Football just started spring training. Volleyball's playing spring events. I was blown away by all the student athletes at our game, and they were harassing the other team. They were cheering their hearts out. It was such phenomenal support from the student athletes and the coaches. It's a game that I won't forget for a long time. Like, it was really, really special. And then the way our team played was just kind of the icing on the top. It was just a historical game that, we will not soon forget.
A huge 86-59 victory. And then you play Central Arkansas, where you do have to go on the road, and you cruise to another victory. Peyton Hall returning. When we saw her for the first time in the WAC tournament, she drops 28 points. Meredith Mays gets a near double-double, 20 points, 9 rebounds. What have you seen from this total combined effort? Because even if you look at the first game, you had 4 players in double figures. You had Emma Woodson, or Aaron Woodson, excuse me, off the bench scoring 21 points. I mean, how proud are you of the way this team is playing together and playing their best basketball really when it matters?
Yeah, and it's crazy. We were mourning the whole weekend thinking this team will never play again. And then everyone had to flip the switch back on. And the way this team has responded has just been incredible. We've had some of the best practices of the entire year getting ready for these WNIT games. I think it speaks volumes to just the character and integrity of this team. And, one of our kind of hashtags is grateful and gritty. I just don't think you can be gritty if you're not grateful. And I think the toughness and just the intensity our team is bringing to practice and to these games exemplifies just the gratefulness that we have for this borrowed time, this new lifeline that we have. This is a really tight-knit group, and they're not ready to not spend all this time together. And I think that we're seeing that on the court every day.
And now you get one more opportunity. You're in the Super 16. You'll take on Illinois State. How locked in is this team coming off the flight to Illinois and probably getting some practice in today before the match game tomorrow?
Yeah, I think they're bouncing off the walls. They're just so excited. They're like, we're playing again. This is incredible. We did fly in yesterday. We're currently in team study hall. We're missing this entire week of school. It's epic. It's so awesome. But our players they're really good students. They're excellent in the classroom like they are on the court. So we're having study hall for them right now. We'll practice this afternoon. But they're really locked in. They're ready to learn another scouting report. We introduced it to them a little bit yesterday, but we'll really dive deep into it today. But just I don't know, just their focus right now. It's so fun. And that's what you want in postseason. You don't want people tired of doing the little things right. You don't want people getting bored walking through the same baseline out of bounds plays and things like that. And so I really appreciate, how they are making the most of these extra practice and game opportunities.
Well, Abilene Christian will take on Illinois State. That is tomorrow, a 6:30 p.m. Central Time start. And we wish you the best of luck. We can't wait to see what the Wildcats do.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it so much.